What is going on, everybody? Bitcoin is primed for something. We know that, and we can look at these charts and we can really kind of see that there's something coming on Bitcoin, and we're getting to a spot where and listen, everything could break one way or another. We know that this is Bitcoin, this is crypto, but we're going to take a look at the weekly chart right now. We're going to get an idea of what is about to happen. I put some stuff down here so that you guys can see with the target date, the 16th of January. Just to give you guys an idea, we're going to kind of zoom in here. We're going to look at this chart. We're going to try to figure out what is really going on. So if you'll allow me just a moment of your time, then let's see what we see here, and let's see if you agree with me. Now, what we're looking at right here, this is a parallel channel that's been going on. Bitcoin's been in this with the closes for about a year and a half right now. So it's continued to do that. And guys, as you have seen, the Dow Jones is broken out of that. So, there is a possibility of breakout, and we do think that there's going to be a breakout, and there's a reason why. And if you look at what we're doing right here, there you have about 3 weeks, and credit to Crypto Zombie for pointing this out and noticing that this was going on. We're getting to this spot right here, January 16th, right? And then what we're looking at right now is that we only have a few more closes to go until we get there, right? When we get there, the market has to do something. So what does the market do, right? Well, if we bounce off of this line, and then we have to figure out what this line represents, right? So that is the question right now. What does that line represent? And if you come back here to March of 2020, if you come back here to January of 2019, if you come back here to December of 2018, you come back here all the way back to July of 2017, this has been a long-term level of support, and we are about to crash into it again. Now, if you take the last few examples and you see once it hits this area, there's a spike. Once it hits this area, there's a spike. Once it hits this area, there's a spike. Now, I took the last spike over here, which is 2 months worth of volume, and I applied that to where we are over here, and that's where we come up with this ridiculous green thing over here, right? So what this really says is that in the course of about a 10-week period, once this goes down and once we test this area, which the prediction, of course, is 15,200, somewhere in that area, what happens then? Well, the answer there is a spike up to 28,000. Now, if this plays out the same way, then that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a spike in price all the way back up to testing that 25, 26, 27, 28,000 level. And you can argue here that the chart being what it is, with the resistance being right where it is, right here, you could argue that probably this kind of move right here would create more of a pop right there into that 32,000 level with that, because it's going to be positive sentiment. Now, let's look at the worst thing that could happen. The worst thing that could happen is we break through this. Let's get rid of this. And then for a long time, people have been telling you that we're going to 12,000 or we're going to 10,000, right? And you're trying to figure out why is anybody coming up with these numbers? Well, these two lines represent those numbers. And you can see over here, if this gets into this area, and let's just say that for the first time in 5 years, we get a breakdown and Bitcoin breaks down. Well, there's no resistance to anything on any level, anywhere. And this is a logarithmic chart, by the way, but there's no resistance if it falls through this spot right here. There's no resistance in any way, token resistance, but that's what we're breaking through at this point from this moment right here. And then there's nothing left to stop us from going down to these levels. And when you look at these levels over here, and you start to zoom in, you see right here, this has been a source of resistance, and it's been multiple times. This resistance right here, this resistance right here, and this resistance right here, and that represents about 12,000. And then you can come over here and you can look that this part right here represented resistance, and it came through here and it was used as support. So it exists on both levels. It was used as resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, support here. So these are real levels at 10 and 12,000. So if we don't do something and we don't get this move towards that upside and we don't get a nice lift, and we're going to have to close. Look, Bitcoin is going to have to close at some point in a decent situation. It's going to have to close a good, a solid number. And if it doesn't do that, then we're looking at significant downside. And that 12,000 and 10,000 that we keep telling everybody, yeah, I think we're already at the bottom. I don't think we're going to see that. We're going to see that. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified of future content. Be very careful in your Bitcoin trading right now, because this is that opportunity. This might be that one big opportunity that might give you a 50% lift over a short period of time. It's not financial advice. This is just my opinion of what is going on. And I'm not telling you to make an investment based on that, but I am telling you that you should be watching for that 15,200 coming up in about 3 weeks. And then from there, if it breaks to the upside, then you could be looking at a significant run, because it always seems to happen. But again, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll talk to you again soon.